Chapter 1. The Unexpected Visitors. The bar was called the Rusty Airlock, a dingy little place on the edge of Port Sigma where smugglers, mercenaries, and the occasional lost soul gathered to drink away their troubles. Captain Elias Varrow sat in his usual corner, nursing a glass of synth whiskey, when the twins walked in. They were unmistakably alien, tall, slender, with iridescent blue skin that shimmered under the dim neon lights. Their 4 eyes, arranged vertically, scanned the room before locking onto him. Elias stiffened. He wasn't in the mood for trouble. The twins approached, moving in perfect unison. One spoke, their voice a melodic chime. "You are Captain Varrow." The human they called Two Hands. Elias smirked. The nickname came from his old smuggling days, where most spacers lost fingers or limbs to accidents or pirates. He'd kept all 10 digits. "Depends on who's asking." The second twin tilted their head. "We have a request. 2 tasks. 1 for each hand." Elias took a slow sip. "I'm retired." The first twin placed a small crystalline cube on the table. It pulsed with a soft, eerie light. "This is a fragment of the singular core, a relic from our homeworld. The other half is lost. Retrieve it, and we will grant you passage through the fractured expanse." Elias nearly choked. The fractured expanse was a nightmare, a region of space where navigation systems failed and ships vanished. But rumor said it hid a shortcut to the richest trade routes in the galaxy. "And the second task?" he asked warily. The second twin leaned in. "Kill the one who stole it." Elias exhaled. "Who's the target?" The twins' eyes darkened. "Our brother." Chapter 2. The Fractured Family. Elias's ship, the Wanderlust, wasn't much to look at. A patched-up frigate with more scars than armor, but she was fast. The twins, who introduced themselves as Zira and VWX, explained their situation as they charted a course to the Expanse. They were triarchs, the last of a dying species called the Zorati. Their civilization had collapsed after a civil war, and their homeworld was now a graveyard. The singular core was the key to restoring their people's lost technology. But their brother, Kerwaj, had stolen half of it, believing it too dangerous to wield. "Why me?" Elias asked, adjusting the NAV computer. "Because humans are unpredictable," Zira said. "Kerwaj expects Zorati assassins. Not a lone human." Vex added. "And you have 2 hands. 1 to take the core, 1 to pull the trigger." Elias didn't like being a glorified errand boy, but the promise of safe passage through the Expanse was too good to pass up. Chapter 3. The Trap in the Expanse. The fractured Expanse lived up to its name. Space itself seemed to twist, stars flickering in and out of view. The Wanderlust system screamed warnings as they neared Kurya's hideout, a derelict space station orbiting a dead star. Elias docked, leaving the twins behind. "Stay here. If this goes south, I don't need babysitters." Inside, the station was a maze of corroded halls and flickering holograms. Then he found Kryth. The third Zorati stood before a massive console, the other half of the singular core glowing in his hands. He didn't turn as Elias entered. "I wondered when they'd send someone," Kryth said. "But a human. That's new." Elias kept his hand near his pistol. "They want the core back." He laughed bitterly. "And they told you I'm a traitor, yes? That I stole our people's salvation." He turned, revealing scars across his face. "The core isn't a relic, it's a weapon. Our ancestors used it to erase entire worlds. Zira and VWX want to rebuild our empire. I won't let them." Elias hesitated. The twins hadn't mentioned that. His eyes softened. "You have 2 hands, human. one to take the core, the other to make a choice. Chapter 4. The Decision. Elias's finger hovered over the trigger. If Kryth was telling the truth, returning the core would unleash a nightmare. But if he didn't, the twins would hunt him down. Then the station shook. Alarms blared. The twins had grown impatient. Kryth shoved the core into Elias's hands. Destroy it, or give it to them. But choose quickly. Elias made his decision. Chapter 5. The Escape. He sprinted back to the Wanderlust, the twins' ship already firing. The station groaned as explosions ripped through it. Did you get it? Zira demanded as he boarded. Elias held up the core. One half. Oix frowned. And Careway. Elias met their gaze. Dead. The twins exchanged a look, then nodded. Then our bargain stands. As the Wanderlust shot into hyperspace, Elias clenched his fist around the core. He hadn't given them both halves, just the one. The other was hidden in his pocket. Some weapons were too dangerous to wield, and some choices required two hands. Epilogue. Weeks later, Elias sat in a different bar, far from the Expanse. A bounty hunter slid into the seat across from him. Heard you crossed the Zorati twins. Elias smirked. Heard they're looking for a new core. The hunter grinned. What did you do with it? Elias raised his glass with one hand. The other stayed near his gun. Let's just say, some secrets are best kept in one piece.